Jeez, they're on me already for being 1 minute late. How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me okay today? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I actually started off by hitting start recording instead of start streaming and didn't realize it for about a minute, so that's why I'm a minute late. Sorry. Taco Bell music. Woohoo! Dum. Shouldn't hear any music on my end anyway. Hey, G-Man and Kaboomba and S7 and Hunter Farmer and Firm and all those other people out there. All right, tonight we actually have, if I can,
VIPER278 entered channel.
Big Daddy and Viper in the house. Welcome aboard there, Big Daddy and Viper. Sounds good
Thanks
on
for
my
having
end.
us.
And what I'm going to do tonight is the factories, as far as the ones that we have, and hopefully all of them are complete finally. So I'm going to do a factory kind of review for those that might have missed all the new factories and the products they make, and we're going to just do them in order that they appear on the list so that they're kind of very random. The new ones that came in, you guys will get to see when we get to them, and which they're scattered apart, but I already previewed the list to know where they're going to be, so of course we saved the best for last. Anyway, first one up was FM Textile. The Skira, thanks for the follow. FM Textile makes pallets of textile, and it takes cotton, wool, coal, pallets, and hemp. I'll do a little bit of run through. Your textiles bay is where you'll be picking up the textiles, and your pallets, hemp, cotton, and wool get dropped off there in those bays. And over on the side, we drop off the coal to power the factory, as well. Just so you guys point out a couple things. The factories, this one here has to be purchased. We'll take a look at all the factories that have to be purchased. Right now I'm on an offline game and I did not purchase them. The ones that you start with on the map you have to purchase. The ones that you build you do not. So some of them will be running already and some won't. When they're not purchased, you can buy products from them. So I could literally buy textile if I had a box truck over here. We'll show you that a little bit later. Or I can sell them the products cotton, wool, coal, pallets, and hemp for the prices that they're buying for. And if I wanted to buy textile and a pallet, all I have to do is click the load pallet right above the word textile and it'll take out the pallets for me, subtracted it from my money, and I could bring a trailer over and pick them up. So that's basically how all the factories are going to work, starting with the FM Textile. Big Daddy. You know his old high school teacher? Nice. All right, so FM Textile. Also, there's the smokestacks on the factories, the ones that have them, like the PJevs, $55. Thank you very much. Way too generous, that person there. And by the way, I guess his name is pronounced Pukes. Is that what it is, Viper?
Yeah,
In Denmark?
correct.
All right. Speaking of donators, thank you very much. I will have the donation board ready next week. I didn't get it ready this week. That's my first thing on the list this week coming up. It's the next thing I'm going to do. So everybody will get recognized somewhere in the map for their generous donations. And we're going to have to do something special for Pukes because that is amazing. $565 to date on that's awesome. Anyhow, the smokestacks, if the factory's running whether you own it or not, if it's producing product, the smoke on the factory, which is much easier to see when I'm out of the vehicle here. You can see that FM Textile has some smoke coming out because it is running and producing, even though I don't own it. So we're going to go through them. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of how they all work, and the next one up will be the Sam Adams, which you guys did not get to see yet. So we didn't have to wait long for a new one. Now I'm going to be driving all over the map tonight. This is going to be a little bit crazy. And where is Sam Adams? I guess I got to cross the river. I'm already lost. We'll go right here.
Go over the bridge where the Shell station is.
Yeah. We'll head up that way. Try not to show the other stuff as we pass it.
Close your eyes.
So anyway, should we take a running toll on how many pallets are on the map now? So far, textile pallet is number 1. There you go, we got 1. We'll try to keep a count because I have no idea. I'm going to go around the lake because I should have taken another bridge.
Ah, it's good to see the bridge down.
The bridge down.
Yeah, the blue bridge down. Last time I watched a stream, the blue bridge was up.
He got it stuck.
Yeah, with an amphibious beetle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I passed on it with my submarine.
Speaking of which, we're gonna have quite the what are we calling it? The release party.
Yeah.
I'm planning on whenever it's ready, we'll have a huge release party. Viper and I are gonna do it simultaneously, and I will be doing like 12 hours that day. I think we're gonna do it on a Saturday and go from like noon to midnight. A Saturday the Viper's off, and we're gonna have a grand old time giving away prizes on at least every hour. I think it's going to be.
Yep.
So between him and myself, I don't even know how much his prize fund has already gotten up to, but I've got a few $100s put away already, and a portion of the proceeds from any donations are going right to that as well. So here we are at the new Sam Adams. And as you can see on the menu, we are making 3 different kinds of beer, and I basically chose beers based on products we had on the map. So, we're starting off with the original Boston Lager, which is pretty much close to the original barley, hops, water, coal, and the pallets. But we've also added the Revolutionary Rye Ale, which I abbreviated to Revolutionary Ale so it would fit on this thing. And it takes rye, one of our new crops, hops, water, coal, and pallets. And then we've got the Cranberry Lambic, and these are all actually real beers, which will be wheat, hops, cranberry, water, coal, and pallets for that one. And we'll get a good look up, close up here. Let's see. Pallets of Boston Lager. We can actually pop out 4. Whoa, they're going crazy there a little bit. So we've got the Boston Lager. It's alive. In the middle, Savron 99. Thanks for the $25 donation. Have a beer on me. I'm going to have a cranberry lambic. There we go. Nice pallets. I like the color. There you go. See, you can actually see this one and read it. We've got beer. And the other one is, and they're not in order. I should move those around a little bit. But you know what? I had so much to do this week. I just got it done. Revolutionary Rye pallets. There we go. So that's 3 new pallet types. And also for this factory, we own it, so we could start producing, and it'll start sucking up the stuff, actually. Let me get a better camera angle. Notice, no smoke. Oh, there is smoke on that one. Darn it. Oh, that's because we are producing. But if I had these off, notice the smokestacks go off, and then when I turn them back on, they come back on. So we're producing.
How many liters you have per pallet?
Right now, the pallets are 2,000 liters, which is the default. Whether we raise it up or not, I haven't decided yet because it might mess things up. That will be after, well, when I get to that point, we might up it a little bit because 2,000 is a little low compared to the box truck. But then again, the more pallets you have on the map, the more chances you have of, uh, yeah, that's another issue. We'll figure it out.
Lagging.
Lagging, yeah. So if people are going to create pallets, even though they're 2,000, see, now I'm getting a second thought. My original thought was, okay, you make the pallets so low that only the people that really want to move pallets will want to do it, so there'll be fewer because the box truck will hold more. What does the flatbed hold? 14 pallets at 2,000. So it holds 28 compared to one box truck of 25. But if you're stringing three box trucks together, you got 75,000 you're hauling. But now
Right.
my new thought is, okay, if you make them 2,000, they're going to be putting out 20 pallets just because, you know what I mean? They'll empty the whole factory in pallets, and you'll have 10,000 times more. So I think I need to up them a little bit if I can. We'll see if I can, but you never know. I'm trying
I
to.
think
What's that?
I think 5,000 is a nice number.
I think 5,000 would be a great number too. That way you'd get a lot on there as well. And Cole Curtis 124, thanks for the follow. You'll notice here I kind of redid the triggering a little bit. I made it. This doesn't have labels. You pull in here to drop off anything because there's more products at this factory than can be shown. So you pull in here and you'll get the trigger right here to drop off any of the products except for the pallets, which are around here, and the coal. The coal always goes in the little chute just like that one there. And eventually, if I can get around to it, I will make the notification for the pallet drop off a little bigger than that one little stack on every place. But we'll also have the green arrows system in to point you to where things are going to go once we're done. But pallets get dropped off there. Other than that, you still have to build Sam Adams. It's pretty much the same factory doing 3 different types of beer. And that brings us to the Pepsi factory. Let's go over to Pepsi, which we've shown in the past. And I pre-filled them all. So that's 3 plus the 1. That's 4 different pallet types so far. Who's keeping the total? I know about how many there are, and it's astounding. The thing is, the amount of stuff I'm eliminating from the UPK. I mean, this script set seems to be running a lot less memory intensive than the UPK stuff, so it's able to add a little bit more in as I'm building the factories over. Especially on the ones that don't require building still in the UPK. But I mean, I'm removing 7, 8 processors that are running on some of these factories and replacing it with just one, which is huge overhead wise. And it's needed for this map because it's crazy big. Move that out of the way for a minute. Oop, turn. Let's see if I can not crash. If you want to see crashes, watch Viper's stream every day from... Oh, what days do you broadcast? You have a schedule?
Every day.
You
Every
do it
day.
every
Except
day?
for Mondays. Yeah,
Every,
except for Mondays.
every day except for
Yeah.
Mondays. Awesome.
I'm trying to give Trout a run for his money.
Oh, yeah?
As far as crashes and vehicle mishaps.
10,000 is the limit? Yeah, I think it is too. I can't
Whoops.
remember.
Good for me.
Why, did you try to bet more?
I was trying 11,000, and good thing it didn't go through. It's I ended up here.
10,000 is currently the limit. You will need your points, though, when the drawings come in. How are you doing yours, Viper, with the drawings? You got points for your viewers?
Skins, yeah.
Skins, giving them out. Everybody that's here
Yep.
will get a bonus 5,000 from one of these guys that knows how to do it. Is KW out there today? In my long list of names? I can't even scroll down.
He is.
Hey, KW. Whenever you get a chance, give everybody 5,000 credits. Because that's about what it's going to cost for an entry because of all the credits that are on here. Save them up. We'll be giving them away. We'll make sure everybody has some for every drawing when we do get to that finale, too. But look at the point totals. Yeah, so some people are like FS15 at 5,000 an entry. I'm not even going to do the math, but 142,000 points is a lot of entries.
KW want to know how many.
5,000 per person would be awesome. That yeah, maybe we'll do it again later on before we're done. So we have 3 different types of beverages here at the Pepsi Company. We have also, now that I'm looking at this, if you notice, I killed the slurry tank, so we're at the beer factory. We have enough things on this map that produce slurry now that we don't need it, including the Pepsi factory, which still does. But sugar water cold pallets produce Pepsi, and sugar cherry water colon pallets produce wild cherry Pepsi. And down at the other, sugar oranges water colon pallets produce Mountain Dew. So there you have it. 3 more. That brings our total to 7 different pallet types so far. And they can all be moved with the new trailer that we got, but I didn't bring that with me today. And there goes the train, which is collisionable on the offline game. Next factory on the list is another new one. And it's technically not exactly new. Here, let's close this because... Oh, look at... I don't want him to see the list. Don't want to give away surprises before I get there. Smirnoff. I changed the vodka just because Grey Goose didn't have enough flavors. 05 Grizzly 660. Thanks for the $20 donation. You guys are just awesome. Keep bringing me money. I love it. This has made such a difference in my life, you guys. You don't even know. That's why these guys can tell you. I went from being broke to actually having enough money to do a couple things here and there and give back. Actually saving up because my daughter graduates from college, which reminds me, I'll give you a heads up warning. May 21st, I think it is. I might even be wrong with that. I have to check. But I'm going away for 1 weekend in this whole process to her graduation. She graduates from college, so I do need... I'm going to get her something this year for the first time in a long time, which will be good. Give her a nice college gift.
Very cool.
Yeah, which they haven't got Christmas gifts in the past few years, so something, you know. Although one daughter did this year, the younger one, the older one, she's been pretty much on her own. She's been supporting me as much as she, so it's nice to be able to give her back something. Where the heck am I heading? Oh, Smirnoff. I don't even know where it is. We have vodka, though. Lots of vodka coming up.
Right across from Dave, Sam Adams.
Was I over at Sam Adams recently? Yeah, it's over this way. Actually, the funny thing is, I know Grey Goose is a better brand of vodka in most people's opinion, but the signs for Smirnoff look better on this factory. Just throw that out there.
Actually, I never heard of Grey Goose. All I heard was Smirnoff.
Really?
Yep.
Well, if you look at the polls, which I did recently when I pulled up the Grey Goose logos and everything, Grey Goose, I mean the Smirnoff logos, Grey Goose is the number one vodka in the world.
Really?
Yep. So Smirnoff's only like number 7 on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how it fell behind Bankers Club vodka. I mean, that's like top-notch stuff.
I don't even know if Bankers Club was on the list. It probably
It's
was.
garbage. I'm
I
joking.
was
Hey,
I don't
you
ever heard
gotta
of it.
mix it with something. You drink it straight up. It's like you might as well go onto the medicine cabinet, grab some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and just drink that.
Wow. I just forgot one other thing that I should mention is that lots of these factories, such as Sam Adams, is connected to the waterways for the ship. So if it's connected to the waterway, you can deliver products to it or take products from it to bring other places. And Sam Adams is one of those factories that happens to be on the water, as well as Smirnoff is on the waterway too. So you can pull up the big barge and you'll be able to load in all the products that these factories take, as well as offload the pallet. Well, you can't do the placeable pallets, but you could fill the barge with the product just like a box truck and haul it off that way. So, and this is subject to change without notice, but Smirnoff is here, and we do 3 different kinds of vodka, which are the cherry vodka, orange vodka, and cranberry vodka, because we make cherry, oranges, and cranberries. I should have stopped over here and taken a look at the new signage. There's the Smirnoff logo on top. Sisyphus, $20 donation. Oh man, let me tell you, I could run down a list of all the donations that have come in, and you guys are incredible, but it would take the rest of the broadcast. That's how long this list is. Because I made it today. I had full intention of getting the donation boards done for this broadcast so I could show you guys. But by the time I got done with the factory, I had 2 hours left, and I said, I think I could do it. And then I listed out all the donations and all the graphics that I need to make for those boards, and I realized, wow, there's no way that's going to happen in 2 hours. It's going to be a half a day project just to get that caught up. But I'm not complaining. That's really cool. We will make them as long as you guys keep sending the money. No, really though, it will be done because it is the first thing that's going to be on my list. And for those of you who can't donate, just thanks for showing up. Those of you that have been generous, it's much appreciated. But hey, just showing up is pretty awesome too. Give me my follower count up. So we're here. We have 3 different vodkas. Let me start by buying some cherry vodka. Basically, the recipes are all the same, except for the one component, which are your. So you have potatoes, sugar. Remember now, we are dealing with the sugar factory, so you're not bringing sugar cane here anymore. You will be bringing sugar, and then cherry, water, coal, and pallets. And the other ones are the same, except for replace the cherries with oranges and cranberries on the other one. So we have cherry vodka. Where am I dropping the pallets? Oh, they're over there. It is behind the thing. Orange vodka and some cranberry vodka and some new pallets of Smirnoff vodka. Ready, all different. So that brings my pallet count to, I forget, 10 I think now. We're up to 10. 10 different types. Now they might be tough to load there without a without the trailer, because the way you have to pull in. So it'll be interesting to see. But I really didn't know where else to put them. It's kind of tight over here at this factory without redesigning the whole factory. I also had to do a little bit of graphic changes, and I couldn't put all the fruits the way this factory is all designed in one piece. But we're showing the oranges down here piled up on the ground instead of the other stuff that was there. And the moving pile of sugar beets is still there. Even, I mean, potatoes. Yeah, it still takes potatoes. And our coal goes right over here. And I forget, where did I put the pallets on this thing? Oh, they're way in the back. Another one that used to produce slurry as well, and it does not anymore. Because I realize you guys are going to be hauling stuff around like crazy as it is. There's so much on this map. We just got to finish up. So your pallets go right there. Your fruits go back here. Your potatoes go up front where we showed you pulling through. So fruits get dumped into this box back here by the fruits. And up front where you can dump the potatoes and the pickup is right at, whoa, I almost rolled it. So over here, right up here in this box is where you'll be dumping your potatoes straight ahead. And behind me, you'll be picking up your products underneath the little spout right across from where the pallets are. Right there. What's the next factory on the list? Frito-Lay. Another one that we've already went over. But we'll go over there again. So we're at 10 pallet types. That's usually about what other maps have at the most, I think, right there. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere about 10. But this isn't any other map. That's why the warehouse alone is going to take 3 days to get all these pallet types into it. Joseph stock, $25. Wow. They just keep coming in. Thank you very much, Joseph, and everybody else who's donated. Next week, your donation boards will be updated, I promise. And from this point, after I get past this warehouse, which I don't know how long it's going to take, hopefully I could do it in a day. Probably not, after doing the crazy Campbell's factory over. That one took a day. Usually some of these took about 4 hours a piece, but Campbell's, yeah, that took way too long. And you'll see why in a few hours. No, not a few hours, but a little later in the show. Off to the races. So yeah, as I was saying, once I get through the warehouse, a lot of the other pieces should go a lot faster towards finishing this up. So I know it's, if you're watching the Trello board, you're like, oh, nothing's done today. Nothing's done today. Then, boop, he did a factory. But it's constant, sit down. And I'm trying not to blow out my eyeball again, which it started a little bit. But it's a lot of graphics work, just designing the palettes and tons of little pieces that get put together before the whole thing is finished. If I did a checklist like I did earlier where, okay, I broke down each factory individually and gave it 20 things that had to be done, then you'd see stuff being done. But I just put the whole factory up as a whole, so it doesn't actually appear very often. So we've got 10 pallet types, but we're on to our chips here. And we've got our classic Lays, which we can, oh, the pallets appear right on the end over there, ready to be picked up. And the next one is our, one of my favorites, cheddar and sour cream. Get a close-up view there. Yeah, so it's taken 2,000 per pallet. I'll see if we can update that number without messing anything up. Gustav34, thanks for the $30 donation. It's like every 5 minutes. That's amazing. Gustav 34. I think I got more donations than pallets. One every pallet that I show. All right. Cheddar and sour cream, Frito Lay, and down to the next one. And I'm driving my steering wheel sideways here. Oh, this is a good one too. Sour cream and onion. So one, two, and there's the pallets I just created. So that's like 13 now. 13 pallets. Again, potatoes, canola, salt, coal, and pallets for the original. And we add cheese and sour cream for the cheddar and sour cream, obviously. And we add onion and sour cream to the sour cream and onion. So, good luck finishing this map, people. When I finish it, it's one thing. But I have finished playing, it's another. Actually, what I like about this, though, is until you buy the factories that you have to buy, they are like additional sell points. And we're going to fast forward because I'm offline later, and we'll get into the mission system. If I remember, there's a lot of things I'll say we'll get later, and we never get to it. But we should get a couple of contracts or something to pop up if we're fast forwarding. Onward to Kellogg's. Okay. Kellogg's it is. Let's see. We got to go this way. Go across town. As far as the project goes, the major parts left, and I've said it before. One of them is not the factories. That is done. So now it's the warehouse and the sell points. We will be doing the warehouse and getting all the sell points done in the map. Hopefully I can get through all of that this week. That would be a big, huge hurdle. And then we're on to just polishing up. Well, we've got the animals and the greenhouses. And then, and actually, a good chunk of the animals came in with the slaughterhouse, which is in the map now. So where they're going to be sold is in here, as well as some of the products at some of the factories that are coming up still yet. But the animals themselves, I've dropped in currently just one pig barn of the old style just to give a demo of the new factory, the slaughterhouse, when we get there. And then we'll bring in animal barns. And then it's just odds and ends. Odds and ends till they're all done, till the whole thing's done. But those are the biggest hurdles to get over, and we're getting closer. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be getting any closer to my destination. But we're getting to see a lot of the... Here, I could always move this out of the way when we're traveling. You guys can actually see the map. Here, we'll get rid of it. So if you notice so far, other than the textile, most of these factories are the ones you have to build. When you build it, you own it, you can operate it. You won't get contracts from the ones that you have to build or missions. But you don't have to pay for the product and you always have it. Now on the other ones, it's entirely your choice. If you've been watching Viper's stream, he's been delivering and selling to the factory and then buying the goods to finish the factory without buying the factories. How are the factories coming? Almost done on the map?
No,
No?
I still got the Kellogg's and the Kellogg's and Heartland are still in the building stage, building the building materials,
Uh,
and the Grey Goose vodka or the Smirnoff now. Well, we'll be Smirnoff at the time. I'm still in the drywall stage. I got steel and boards 100%. Just getting drywall in. Drywall's expensive.
It is. So here we
Same thing with
are.
Sam Adams. I'm needing drywall for Sam Adams too.
Yeah, here we are at Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Everybody needs Frosted Flakes, Frosted Mini Wheats, and Rice Krispies. So we've got wheat, sugar, coal, and pallets for the Frosted Mini Wheats, and then Rice Krispies are the rice, sugar, coal, and pallets, and the Corn Flakes, Frosted Flakes are corn, sugar, coal, and pallets. And if we hit the magical button, I'm testing these as we go just to make sure they're over here, just to make sure they're all still working. Ooh, bang, bang. They're kind of bumping into each other, but hey, there we go. We have some pallets ready to be hauled off. So that brings us to 16? 16 different pallets so far? And the next factory, which is right up the road. We don't have to travel far to get to Heartland Bread. Again, these are on the waterway, these two. The docks, and I will label them with the little green arrows. That's one of the odds and ends that has to be done, putting the whole help system in. But the reason why the waterway was brought all the way over to this side of the map was so you could bring your boat in and offload it. There are also, you'll notice, I put little areas for you to do what you want with. There's like a little cutout here between these two factories that serves no purpose other than you wanting to build something, maybe a garage or something for this place. And you'll find these throughout the map. You might want to put an animal barn right next door. Why, I don't know, but you can do that. Or an orchard to grow their own apples. Not that there's any apples in that factory, but hey. So we're at Heartland Bread. What was my pallet total? 16?
Yeah, 16.
I'm gonna lose count, you know. We have with this one wheat flour, eggs and water for wheat bread, rye flour, eggs and water for rye bread, and oat flour, eggs and water for oat bread, which all the flours come from the flour factory, which we haven't got to yet. And the line is floating above the ground a little too high on this one here, I see. You never know these things until you walk right up to them. Interesting thing about this one, there we go. It can stack 3 high. Cool. So there you go. You got your pallets of wheat bread, rye bread, and oat bread. And they're all labeled individually so you know which ones you have. They're all the same design, but you know, bread is kind of a tough graphic to get packaged on a pallet, so we just added a label. 16, I think, to black cap birdseed. Heck, the factories alone total like 24 or so, something like that. Another Wolfpack raid. Anybody making that killing on that thing? I haven't been really following all those numbers flying up. Who's making out?
Hunter Farmer's killing it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's doing good last I saw. FS 2015 fan is laying it down pretty good too. He's making out very well.
Well, that's cool. Where were we? We're going to Birdseed Land. How should I get there? Up this way.
The opposite way, Viper go.
Oh, so not through the riverbed?
Correct.
That was a little slow going there. You might want to take the expressway.
I think I'm going to go through the dairy, out the back, to the bridge that crosses over. I think that's the fastest way. All the drawbridges. There's a lot in here. As a matter of fact, there's probably too much. Not that there could possibly be too much in a map, but you guys will be busy. If I ever get it done, which we will. I know everybody's. When's the due date? Have we got that question yet? If we did,
I'm creating a command for it, so it'll be answered very shortly. I'm just going to put in by release at FS17. That's a nice little window.
It'll be, well...
I know.
Actually, I bet you the people will be playing this well into... while they're waiting for me to do a map for FS17. That's what... There were several people that did that. A13X and a bunch of numbers. 1965, 1345... I missed it. Thanks for the follow! That is great. Thanks again for the follows, everybody, and the donations. We have pallets of birdseed. Now, if you remember we used to have bags, just bags sitting on the ground. I don't know if I got a close-up of this for you when we did the birdseed factory. Did we even do the birdseed factory in a video? But I adjusted it so that there are pallets here that kind of look pretty decent now. I never tested these. Oh gosh, please don't crash. Okay. Whew. We'd have to start over. You never know. Most of them I tested, but I don't remember testing birdseed. But there you go. We have pallets of birdseed. I think that's 17. I'm not 100% sure. I lost count.
Yeah, 17 is your last number.
17 sounds good. Oh, we're going way up in the woods. It's fun doing it this way. I don't even know where I'm going next. As long as I don't peek. But they kind of get a little drive around the map, you know? INCSY, NCUK, I think, NC, or... Either way, thanks for the follow. And all you new followers, just remember, the map's in development. We're getting closer to release. It's still a little ways, at least a couple weeks out or more. Probably more, but we'll just leave it at that. And as you're viewing and watching the show, there is going to be one heck of a release party, 12-hour release party. And we're going to be giving away prizes every hour for those 12 hours between Viper278. You want to give him a follow. And myself will be simul-streaming. Hey, is that a new term? Did I make that up? Well, we'll be streaming at the same time and giving away prizes, I think, every hour. In the total of, I don't even know what it's going to be, but I think we're well over $500 worth of prizes already. I think Viper...
Yeah, we're like 8.
Where are you at? You're at
401.
You're at 4. I'm at least 3, so we're at 7. Over 7. I was 3 before we started tonight, so yeah, we'll be up over 8 probably before you know it. Which is awesome. Wouldn't it be great to be able to give away $100 an hour?
Oh man.
For 12 hours? We're almost there.
There we go. Well, you added a command, exclamation point release date, and the response is the map will be out before FS17 release date.
Good one. You're a funny guy. It will be ready when it's ready. These rocks are coming out because they're not working. I tried. Yeah,
Thank you.
they're coming out completely. You won't have to buy to get rid of them. And Viper will have one less thing to run into. But we're going way up in the forest area. Now, if we're at how many pallets? 17? I think we're 17.
Yeah, 17 so far.
Okay, so there's only one up here, and it's whiskey. Whiskey, so that'll put us at 18. This factory was done a little bit differently just because it had to be inconspicuous because it's an illegal operation, so it doesn't have as many stuffs on it. Uh-oh, somebody remind me there's grass in a field here.
All right.
What field? 32 has a grass spot. I gotta make notes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the things that we hope don't make it to the finale. But you never know. There's a lot of acreage to cover. This is one dirty vehicle. And this is the road to the top. And as I mentioned before, there's much more mud the higher you go into the woods here. So it's not an easy trip to get back to the whiskey factory anymore. You got to be careful or you'll be stuck here. We didn't put a ton of mud on the map, but vipers seem to find every puddle. No, it's not too bad. I don't want you to get stuck all the time. But I do want you to have to think about where you're going and how many trailers you're pulling. How many do you pull, Viper? 6, was it?
Yeah, I pulled 6.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it'd be a lot easier if you were pulling 3, right?
3's not enough.
It isn't when you're running the whole map by yourself, practically.
It's only 105,000. I need something that's a couple 100,000. Less trips.
Right. All right, so whiskey, it's kind of weird. We're only outputting 1 pallet, and we output even though we're showing it still because the overhaul didn't quite, we're outputting whiskey in barrels. So there's some barrels of whiskey that we can pick up and drive off to our little sell point. So that is number 17, I think, for pallets up here at the whiskey plant.
18.
18? Now,
Yep, 18.
18. Okay, we're at 18. Now, this factory takes sugarcane, water, and corn, and it makes, actually, when you own it, 3 different types of whiskey as well, but one just adds in plum, one adds in pear, and one is your regular unflavored whiskey. So, nothing too fancy, but there you go. 3 whiskeys will be there. It all comes out as whiskey. That's one of the changes. One a little bit different than the other factories. No matter what flavor you're making, it comes out as whiskey. So that's pallet number 18. National Gypsum. Fortunately, the drywall, unfortunately, is not on a pallet yet. So that one does not count. It has to be picked up with a box truck just because of the enormous size of the pallets. It hasn't been added. So I don't really have to swing by, but we can. Yeah, we'll head over there. Gotta get them all. If anybody has any questions, then just throw them out there, and I will try to. Pete Jevs needs more points, and they're gonna
I'll hook them up.
hook them up big time. Pukes needs points. 17,000. Are you kidding? I'm not going to get into donate for points, but they need big points there. That's for sure. Probably wasted them all trying to beat the wolf pack, but hey, there we go.
I'll give him 15 more just to start, 15 grand.
Good deal. We're gonna sell points. Where am I? I don't even know. All right, I came out of the fort. Let me look around here. Okay, we were heading to National Gypsum, which is completely across the map. Let me close that thing down until we get there. No, we did not put the stupid damage mod in the map. Actually, we have decided to not go with the damage mod because it's stupid.
It's a devil.
It is just too. Yeah, there's enough stuff to get you stuck and to deal with in this map than having to repair your vehicles all the time. That's for sure. We're trimming back a little bit on some of the stuff that's coming up as well, just to make sure we can get it in here, and because the functionality of it will work better with the new plans that I have, but I'm not going to get into that at this point. You'll see that in the next couple weeks. But yeah, no damage mod. It just they were spending more money repairing the vehicles than we were making in a day, and it's it's just like it was before. It's just so sensitive that even if you have it set really, really low, if you hit a fence or something the wrong way, you still end up totaling your vehicles. But I think you can add the damage mod in yourself for those that want to. Isn't it a mod standalone, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so anybody that wants it, you can find it yourself and add it in. But we're not going to. Lose the reset cost and Viper won't break us.
He broke us when he cut down all those trees without a license. That's what broke us.
That's what did it.
Yes, it did.
Tree licensing.
What do they call those when you do animals? Poachers. So Viper's
Poachers,
a
yeah.
tree poacher.
Mm-hmm.
The server can't rebound because he keeps taking all available money to build the factories. But that's okay. I'm gonna.
Viper's like Mr. Monopoly.
Yep.
Is he buying low and selling high? I hope.
It sounds like he's buying high and selling high.
He's buying whatever he needs.
I was finally able to buy some drywall today.
Nice. Do they keep producing it for you?
Oh yeah, the numbers are real good now.
Good. Yeah, they're really
Yeah, as far as the production rates are, I mean, even the steel is almost full. Yeah, it's doing good now.
good. Over here at National Gypsum, we have a factory that produces gypsum. And we'll turn off the percentages, but which you can. Drywall. We're producing drywall. And we bring in our paper over here and drop it off in this little box. And then we bring our glue right here in our barrels and drop it off in that box. And out back, and I realize a lot of you guys seen all this, but it's kind of like the big factory recap because we're not going to be looking at it too much after this. They're done. Yippee! All right, the gypsum right here in the backyard. Lots of piles of, yeah, gypsum. That's what we're calling it. Coal goes in the side chute, which with Viper's trailers, you realize he's trying to open the doors as he's filling the chute because he's too long. I noticed that in your vehicle. See, I went into your video to see what you were doing differently. That was cool about your that night you were having problems. Then I realized
Yeah.
it was all just the got to be logged in as admin on the server. One of the notes to make, if you're running a server, you either have to be an admin logged in. Well, you definitely have to be an admin logged in as an admin to buy products from the factories when you don't own them. So keep that in mind.
I think I remember offhand. I have to look at it. I got to find where it's at. I think there's what's called a super function, if I remember correctly, in Lua scripts, and I gotta modify that. And it might work, it might not work, but it's something I'll look at.
Sounds good. Borden Dairy, here we come.
Puke says you gotta be nice to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at your chat screen.
Oh, okay. I'll be nice to him. I'll be good to Viper. If I'm picking on him, I'm just busting on him.
Oh, no problem.
Because it's fun to bust on people.
Right.
Because they do it to me all the time.
Right.
Although you don't do it very often. I don't think Viper busts on me.
Yeah, that you know of.
I'll have to.
No, not really, because
I tease.
Well,
you're the map maker. I gotta be nice to you, so I keep playing.
And you gotta let me bust on you.
Yeah. No. The dues I gotta pay.
It's just part of the dues. No, it's all in good fun.
Oh, definitely. I'm having a blast.
I try to be nice to everybody until they piss me off. You don't want me on your bad side. It's very hard to get me on your bad side, but if you do... and these guys will tell you something. It's hard to get me on your bad side. Now don't go trying. Where am I going? Borden Dairy. I think I can go this way. I see a bridge. Oh, we don't even have to take the bridge. We can take a right. Oh yeah, we have to take the bridge. We're stuck on an island. Where are we? I don't even know where I am. There we go. We're gonna go behind this place. Here we are at the Borden Dairy, where they make milk. And if you remember correctly, we need sour cream for our chips, so they make milk and sour cream. And let's see, from milk, water, and salt. And they produce cheese and sour cream. And we can buy pallets. Whoops. There we go. So there we go. Two more. Yes, you can buy your pallet milk and pallets now, which is, oh no, that's cheese. That's right. They don't sell milk here. They buy it. But there you go. We have some sour cream pallets and cheese pallets. Are the old Borden pallets there. So that brings us to 20, I think. And we have the drop-off spot. I forget what this box is for. What are we dropping off there? Is that where we're dropping off?
It's your cottage cheese and your
Oh, that's where we're
UHT milk, I think it was,
that's
right?
where we're picking up.
Or sour cream.
That's where
Yeah.
we load a box truck right here. This is where we would load the box truck if we were going to pick it up rather than pallets. And back here we have the water and the salt drop-offs right here. In that one box, water on the left, salt on the right. And over here you drop off your milk. The other sell point is no longer here for milk because the factory can take milk and will and buy it for use to make stuff until you own it yourself. Then you just deliver the milk here and make your cheese and sour cream, and then sell the sour cream and cheese. So we didn't really need a milk sell point to sell milk directly, unless we're going to do it at the store or something. We shall see. Over to Don's Pizza. Wow, we have a new pizza place. Well, same old pizza place, but new factory. For you pizza lovers. Do you realize that this map is loaded with junk food and alcohol? I mean, really.
Oh, it needs a weed.
We grow it.
I know, I'm teasing.
I mean, tell me about it. Beer.
You got the Munchie Factory. You got chips. You got beer. I mean, you got whiskey. How you wrong?
We got, yeah, soda and well, we got a few products that aren't completely bad for you, like bread. Pallet count, I think, was at 20. We were at 18, went up to 20. So this changed a little bit because in order to make it a feasible place to park your pallets, this is where you're going to be dropping off your new products right down below. Everything from cheese, sausage, they require wheat flour, tomato, bacon, eggs, pepperoni, mushroom, and those are the ingredients that output 3 different types of pizza. Yes, 3 different types of pizza. We have a cheese pizza, which will be your cheese, tomatoes, eggs, and I think that's it. Oh, wheat flour. Then your veggie pizza, which takes all of those plus your mushrooms, because we don't have any other veggies right now. And then your 3-meat pizza, which takes your bacon, pepperoni, and sausage. Yeah, that sounds like a fun pizza, doesn't it? 3-meat, that's my favorite. Old original standby regular cheese pizza. So, let's test our palettes out on this. Veggie. Oh, that was my cheese and my 3-meat. So yeah, they're working just fine. So everybody, we get 3 different types of pizza. We are gonna be having a pizza party. Yeah, the sell points are gonna be fun to figure out on this one. There are gonna be little pizza stands. Who knows what's gonna have to be to cover all these products. I think that brings us to 23. We are gonna be having a pizza party. Yeah, the sell points are gonna be fun to figure out on this one. There are gonna be little pizza stands. Who knows what's gonna have to be to cover all these products. I think that brings us to 23. If I'm correct. And we're not done yet. We got shelf fuel. That's pretty simple product. I can't even talk. It's a simple product, but it's well needed. Our fuel station. So yeah, back there at that. Oh yeah, that is also on the waterway. So if you need to deliver any of those products, you can deliver them right across the street. We'll finish up that before we go to the Shell. Right across the street at these docks down here, you can pick up your pizza in the box, in the boat, or deliver any of those products to, or in this box. And in the back is where you will be picking up your pizza in the yellow box with the box truck if you want to. Which reminds me, we do have to go over to Smirnoff. There's so many things I want to do, I'm going to forget half of them. There's a birdie that just flew over. Because...
What level was that bird? Oh, sorry. Wrong game.
Wrong game.
My bad.
105.
Oh, I'm there.
Trank it.
Yes.
Anyhow, over to Shell. Everybody knows about Shell Fuel. It's been a mainstay ever since. But yes, we're going to do that one real quick because it takes our sorghum, sugarcane, and corn. But we cannot forget that we need to have Shell Fuel in there. And it doesn't produce pellets, but it does produce fuel. So there you go. You dump off the products here. And oh, there's a dog running around still in the parking lot chasing a cat. Don't hit him. He didn't do anything to you. There we go. I don't think it ever catches the cat, but if it ever does, you guys let me know. We're not going to spend all day at Shell Fuel because everybody knows how that works. You pick up the fuel in the front at the little spigot over here, and there is a new fuel tank for the boat in the back right over here. You can load up your boat. I moved it out on the dock for easier loading. Boat fuel tank for refueling the boat as you go by, and there's one for loading cars, which I don't have any fuel in the plant, or I'd refill my truck, which is very dirty, right there. You can fill up your True Wisconsinite. Thank you for the follow. Onward we shall go to the next factory. Cogent. Cogent is not filled. I did not pre-fill Cogent, but we all know Cogent makes 3 products. And they all come on pallets, so that would be 26, the pallet total. And if we think about it, is there any other pallets up? Yes, we got to add the other additional pallets up there, Cogent, that aren't in this as well. We drove right by Cogent. Lots going on up there, so we'll go up there and take a quick look. On our way, because these aren't on the list, because they run on a different script type, I'm going to throw in the rest of the little factories, because they're all on the way. So, before we get there, we're at, I forget how many pallets, but you're producing pallets of block, cement block with this factory right here, and it's currently not running, but that's another one. I lost count. Anybody remember?
You were at 18, now you're what, 1 to 3, 21?
Oh, I'm way above that. 18 was hours ago.
I thought 24 was the last I heard.
24, right, so that would be 25. And then down here we also have, we'll hit all the odd and end factories right now. 25 different pallets so far. I was going to have a guess thing. I should have done a contest. How many are on the map? There will be no more if I can help it. I'm guessing there's probably going to be over 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if each factory has 1 pallet, that's 50 pallets on the map.
No,
Ooh.
there's yeah, they're exactly why
Right.
you want to use your pallets and put them in storage when you don't have, when you can. Oh, we've had several more than that on our map as it is. Now, if there's less than that factories, so there'd have to be, but if 1 pallet of each product, because most of these factories have 3. So that'd be 25. Then you got your pallet company, which is 26. Right here that outputs pallets on pallets. See, we're so crazy. We have pallets of pallets. And Kingsford charcoal down here, that's 27. So there, I'm not going to show you those because they're not running because they're on the different script. But you've seen them. And we'll see them again in the future. And you can watch Viper 278 streaming live Tuesday through Sunday at Night.
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
8 p.m. till he gets too tired to stay awake. No.
That's correct.
And he will have those. They are running just fine on a live map, but not on this one currently. So that was 24, 25, 27, somewhere around there. Oh man, don't roll over. I have to get a new truck. This is going to be one of those high fuel consumption ones because I'm just weaving back and forth on the map. It's a good thing we got something with some fuel capacity in it. It doesn't wear it down. So Cogent, as you all aware, it takes wood chips to create your paper, your resin, and your boards. So it's very simple. It runs pretty much the same as it does in other maps. We're gonna look into, it hasn't been done yet, making it a little more, shall we say, courseplay friendly for those of you that use courseplay. We will probably eliminate the rampage and make another place to fill up or something. But we will do that, and I have to remember it. That's the biggest problem. We've got to put that on the list too if anybody's keeping notes. Cogent, make courseplay friendly so you don't have to drive up the ramp to deliver, which can easily
Got
be
it.
done. Alright, so they outproduced three products which are not shown here, but they are on pallets, so that'd be 28, 29, and 30. Your wood gums in this fence here, your paper pallets, your resin will be coming in this one over here, and around the other side is the paper. So that's 30. Plus up here at Cogent on other factory script, we have the cut wood factory, which produces cut wood to bring to somewhere. Don't even, something. It'll be used to build something eventually. The wooden bridges, I hope. That would be pallet number 31. Is there anything else up here that comes out on pallets? I think that's it. I think we have a pretty good 31 pallet storage in this facility for wood pallets in that barn right there. And can't get it to stay. Yeah, we'll close it. So yes, you're going to be dropping your coal because it does take coal. The one that's closest to the bioheat plant, which is right here, does produce. You can sell off your wood chips to produce money when the bioheat. It's everything that has to do with forestry is right here near the forest, and the other one is coal to power the plant, right in this one right here. They're right next to each other. A little confusing, but they'll be labeled. And then your wood chip storage facility, which again, one of those odds and ends that I'd like to do is get the conveyor on this to make it a little bit easier than having to drive in and shovel out your wood chips down in here. But it's there. We may get a conveyor on there before we release if I remember it and can find a decent one. And then around the backside we have where you dump your wood chips in. So 31 products through Cogent, and we're I think over halfway, which is cool. Crystal steel is not on a pallet yet. Another one of those odd shaped pallets. Not going to guarantee it. I don't know if we need another product on a pallet, but it can be picked up with box trucks. So we'll head on over to the crystal steel, which is now used in all the second stage building of the factories. You should be finding, those of you that are actually playing the map and building it, is that stage a little bit less grindy on the wood and stuff now? Wood and paper? It shouldn't be nearly as bad. No comments. They all left. Did I crash? Is anybody out there?
No, no, we're here.
Oh, you're not one of the ones playing. Is Viper still there? No.
No, he's napping.
Yeah, I put him to sleep, folks. No, I'm pretty sure you'll find it much less grindy on the paper products on stage 2 because we replaced them all with the steel. And,
Oh, I definitely noticed the difference.
oh, it's got to be huge. I don't get to play it that much. I can't wait to play it when it's done.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot better. Yeah.
A lot less grindy on the wood chips.
Yep.
There's a lot more things to do with wood chips, but a lot less of the, oh, I gotta go another 6 million wood chips to get that factory done. Because
It helps with the Brooks too. To be honest with you, that thing
Yeah.
just barrels through them. If we didn't have the Brooks, it'd still be a little grindy. But
right.
I think pretty much anybody that plays a PV map, that's a staple now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a staple. But anyhow, here's your steel factory. It produces steel from coal, limestone, and ore. Used to need water, but I took away the water requirement on this because it just didn't make much sense to have it delivered here, and it is on the waterfront with piping, so you don't have to bring it. No need to do anything, just drop off the 3 other products. Coal, limestone, and ore. It supplies their own water. And they're pretty well filled up right now. Not too bad. Holds a lot. So that's the Crystal Steel Factory. And you might ask, where does he come up with these names? You do a search and find a graphic that will fit on the sign, and you say, oh, that one looks good.
I got to use a famous one. It's called Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is finding that they're a huge steel company.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't find their sign. And it probably wouldn't fit on our sign, or it didn't have. Yeah, a lot of times it comes down to what's going to be the easiest one to make.
Right?
And is it not too? When you find these factories, a lot of times they'll say owned and operated in this part or that part, Vermont, or in this part. And you know what? You'd have too many place names in a map that's supposed to be Pleasant Valley. That's part of the problem. So Bethlehem Steel might have got nixed just because it's Bethlehem. Is that where they... I'm just saying.
Oh, sure, but they have divisions actually in
Yeah.
New York, which is a strange part.
Right. Well, there is a Bethlehem, New York, Did you know that?
I did not.
There's a lot of places like that in New York. Bethlehem, New York is near... There's a lot of biblical places in New York. Corinth. I pass Jerusalem Hill all the time. User glue is just kind of like a mini factory. It takes the resin and produces glue. Pallet number 32. And it works pretty simple. You can buy glue there too when they're selling it. But it's a pretty simple conversion process. Takes resin, gives you glue. So you can see the resin barrels down here.
There was a question, and I'll bring it back up. It skipped along. I was going to answer, but I figure it's a good question to ask online. When the pallets are stored, are they off the map like bales?
That's a good question. Very good question because right now they don't even store. But that is the whole point to building the new factory, the new warehouse, which is coming this week. Yes, to take them right off the map, and then you'll be getting them back out of the storage the same way as you are with the factories. As well as you should be able to put in box trucks of stuff and take out pallets or put in pallets of stuff to load the box trucks at the new warehouse if all works well. We'll have more on that next week. If all goes well, that's exactly how it will work. It'll take everything off the map when they're stored, so it will be definitely recommended to do that when you store them. There's going to be a lot of new storage things built into the map in this week's edition. So it'll take time. When I talk about the warehouse update too, it really encompasses all the storage on the map, not just the warehouse, but we're going to need to get the Cogent board facility changed over to the new one so you can output pallets where we store those and add cut wood pallets to that as well and the whole like. So there's tons of stuff around the map that will be warehoused. I think I'm buffering all of a sudden. Dropping a few frames. Hope it's not too bad for you guys. But
I don't see him moving, but everything looks fine on my end.
yeah, I stop moving and it buffers. I start moving, it's okay. Alright, so glue. I looked the wrong direction. There you go. Couple barrels at a time, and you can see they are pallets, all these. You can move them. Pick them up, haul them away. So that's 31.
Joseph has one more question. Are they reusable, the pallets? So when should I take them and deliver them? Do you
No.
get any back?
Nope, they disappear. But pallets are cheap to make. They're very easy to make, and they are very seldom. They're a very low quantity in the factories. They're not reusable because that would just cause a ton of issues all over the map with empty pallets. But they're they're completely there's so few that go into the recipes, and we can show you that. Well, we could do it while we're on our way to soy milk here, if I can do it without crashing. If I go back to FM Textile, and we're at 36, 33. Actually, no. The pallets are 58, 746. Oh, wait, we don't own them. I can't do it on FM Textile. What do we own? We own Sam Adams. Okay.
See, that's actually a really good idea, but it's too far along. Is if instead of putting out sludge or a waste product at those factories, that they re-put out pallets, but I just don't know how that would work.
Yeah, you don't need to have the pallets. I mean, here we are. Just to give you an idea, we have all three of the Sam Adams running since we went over to that factory, which was the second one we viewed. Okay,
Right.
I preloaded the factory with 30,000 pallets. We've used two.
Yeah, it's not justifiable.
You know what I mean? Now, we are running regular time, but it's used two pallets across three products. It's 0.02% of what's created. I mean, it's very
Yeah.
low. It's just made to. A lot of you guys will stock them up once and forget. We've run them out before, but you stock them up once, you're good for a long time.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, but it almost sounds like a nuisance, more of a nuisance than a benefit.
The floating pallets all over the map. Empty.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Viper be mad again.
ZRB888, thanks for the $25 donation. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, we wanted to add the component because they're there and because we had a pallet company. But I didn't want it to be overwhelming. Oh, gotta run more pallets down. Gotta run
Right.
more That's not. It's there. Yeah, if you're running your factories or if you're fast, it'll go through them, But you can fill up your factory several times before having to bring more pallets over. And there's enough factories that you could still make a ton of pallets and have a use for them. And we were heading to, I think, soy milk. So there we are on the list, way down here at soy milk. Another one we're not covering is the Culligan plant. So that technically is a factory, but it's not built into any system. It's going to work as normal with the water pumping by standing there, but it holds quite a bit. So silk soy milk is, if I remember correctly, over here. A few little things about the soy milk, as well as the birdseed. A lot of the stuff on this factory, like the water flowing right here, it only flows when the factory's running. We don't own it right now. We haven't got that far yet. But because it's, you dump off water right here. Because it's running, the water is flowing. And it makes noise too that comes on, but you can't hear it because I keep my noise off so that you guys can hear me okay. And all the crap that comes out of my mouth. Which sometimes is too much. Same way with the conveyors. They shut off and the product disappears when there is nothing going on. Conveyors will shut down if it stops running. So it takes soybean, calcium carbonate, coal, water, fuel, and pallets. Now you can fuel this with both this factory still. It has two production lines. One takes fuel and one takes coal. So if you put in both, you'll get it producing twice as fast. If you just use one or the other, basically cuts it in half. So your choice. But that's how this one works. And we're going to go to the next one. You pick up your pallets over here. Oh yeah, we didn't create a soy milk pallet. I think this is 32 or something like that. Where did it go? There they are, right there on the ground. Soy milk, ready to go. So I think that's 32-ish. We're just gonna do the ish.
Yeah.
Throw the wool pallets and we're at 33.
We'll round up to 50. Plus or minus 50 we'll take.
Hops and props. We should have done that one while we were over there, but you know what? That's what it's all about. Surprise me. Let's go back to where we just were. So yeah, you can imagine if it takes me 2 hours just to show you these factories, imagine running them. Oh boy. We're not even done yet. Well, we are going back and forth like crazy. Any other questions that pop up that I might have missed? I see a lot of Farm 5,000, Farm 10,000. Oh, what do we call that? We're going to call it a Viper move. Hey, Viper, I'm in the water. He's not here. I can't.
Oh no. Yeah, no, he's sleeping.
He fell
He's got to
asleep.
work tomorrow.
I'm here. I'm doing some multitasking.
I just drove into the water. Funny thing.
I got your stream on my thing, so you haven't got there yet. There you go. Now you're in there.
Aha! But look at that talent. What water?
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. You put mud in the bottom of that river, nobody's getting out.
Can't do it
Oh no?
because the boat floats on a plane that's above the ground.
Ah, muddy bottom boat.
So you never actually touch the ground. It would have been cool though. That was one of the biggest things though, that getting that boat in with all this other stuff. I'm so glad it's actually moving forward again. Where are we going? Oh, hops and props. He's Viper multitasks. I can't multitask. It's hard enough for me to watch the stream. Guess not to put the mud in that river. Yeah, right. Actually, I could put it in. It just wouldn't be. I'd have to do so much. Let's put it this way. I could get it to work, I think, if the boat doesn't react to the mud. Because if you think about it, the boat doesn't react to the land. It goes underneath the land, usually. Whoa. Hey, welcome to the animals.
The boat they have in Delta del Ebro, it's like a hovercraft. Works
Yeah.
good on land.
Yeah, that's one thing ours does not work very well on land. Oh, you want to do it? We're going to change the default reset point to the dock, the very initial one. We've decided to do that as well, so that has to be put on my to-do list. Default reset point to the dock. So if you have to reset the boat, it won't be up at the farm anymore, but you know what? I think it'll be better down by there. It'll cause
Yeah, definitely.
a lot less confusion to reset it back to the vehicle shop than have the boat land up on the farm by accident.
Hmm.
So that's got to be put on my list of things to not forget. Those are all the little things that got to be taken care of.
Yeah, they're on the Trello board.
Awesome. And then hops and props all the way back over here. And then we'll go all the way to the other side, and then it'll make us come back for the cement factory. Because that's the way things work. We're getting close. We're 2/3 of the way through the list. And I think we're on pallet 33. Don't quote me on that.
Ish.
33-ish. Here we are at Hops and Props, where they take hops and turn it into props. I mean, no, they take hemp and turn it into hops. And it's yeah, throwback from when it was next to the airport. I thought the name was pretty cool, even though it was a bar. You know what I mean? Hops and Props, a bar for next to an airport. Yeah, but it was a. We kept it. So there you go. Pallets, big bag of hops for you to bring off to your beer factory when you need your fine hops. Carry them away. And it's a direct one-to-one conversion, and they're storing their hops down here. Their hemp. Yep. Ready to go. It's 33-ish pallets. The sugar refinery. Dun 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 dun. Oh my gosh, I forgot about these. I didn't even add these into my count when I figured 50-ish. The sugar and flour can be put on pallets too. Well, at least there's only one kind of sugar. It's winning never your strong suit. Oh, I miss half the comments. Let's see. What else is new? Anything else? No, pretty much. I've got a goal to get this thing done. Where the factory's being done was a big hurdle. So the warehouse is the next big hurdle, but hey, you never know. It might go fast. Because if you think about it, the pallets are all designed. So it's just implementing them, copying them over into the new. So that was a big portion of the time. It might go faster than I think. But then I'm thinking 54 pallets. That's insane. And, all right, did I say 54? 34. We're up to 34, but we're not done yet. And that's not counting the crops. That's just products that are produced by the factories. So over here at this sugar factory, here is the sugar mill, and there's our one of our donation boards, which is seriously out of date. But yes, you will get something like that in for your donations, depending on the level, and we'll get them all in there. But anyhow, thank you to everyone that's donated. If you notice this week, because I've been driving all over and out of order, I have a very dirty car. So I have a choice. I can't get in unless I wash my very dirty car. They're not going to let me in. But fortunately for this broadcast, in the settings menu, I can turn off the. I think I can. Where is it? Dirt control gates. I'm going to turn off so my very dirty car won't get stopped. Thank you very much. This takes sugar cane and sugar beets, either or, and will produce sugar from either one of them. You would be dumping your sugar cane and sugar beets there. And the pallets of sugar, I forget where they're put. Let's make a couple and drive around and find them. I think they're out back. No, maybe not. Not there. Where, oh where does the sugar go? It's around here somewhere. Oh, I hit a wall. Uh-oh. How did I get stuck on that wall? Drive control. I forgot I'm not on the server. I literally am stuck there. Alright, so from here we're going to get out. I can't even get out. I'm inside the Oh, there we go. Woo! Why is it not back? My steering wheel, I think, just quit on me. It's my gas pedal. It died.
Oh, jeez.
That's weird. I don't know. I might have knocked it out or something. Looking around. So I'm giving the W key for gas. Now my driving gets really horrible. Not that it was any good before. Looking for my pallet of sugar. I know it's around here. I just don't remember where they put them. Because I didn't design this factory. And I rarely used it. I just tested it. But somewhere on this whole property there's sugar. I did actually add the new fill types to it to make it take both, but sugar pallets, anybody? Well, somewhere around here there's sugar pallets somewhere. Don't know where exactly, but you know, trust me. There's sugar being palleted. And it needs to be moved to someplace a little bit easier to find. You know why we're not getting any sugar from this place? I can tell you why. Guess what? All
Oh
right.
boy.
This is a topper. All right, this is the humor that you get from my shows. You're not getting sugar from this because this is
It's not
not
the
a
sugar factor.
sugar factory.
Wow.
It's the grain mill. We can load pallets of rye flour, oat flour, and wheat flour. Oh boy. Yes, they're just made from the straight products of wheat, oat, and rye. We'll go back to the sugar factory in a minute. But I just realized as I was driving around back and saying, "Oh, I never did put the graphic in for that." I never even. But here's your pallets for flowers right there. So that's I think 37 or something.
Ish.
37-ish. Okay, so the signs on the gate. And who's paying attention to the gate? I was just looking at it's dirty. There you go. We're gonna go up the hill to the sugar factory. Oh, that's a classic one. So yeah, there's flour. Here's the sugar factory right up the hill here. So I went out of order by one, sorta. Sugar refinery. This one actually takes sugar beet and sugar cane. The other one takes three different types of wheat, rye, and oat to make flours. Oh, brother, that's a classic right there. How do you get in this place? Where's the road? Oh, there it is. I'll ask the map maker. He might know.
Control delete twice.
Okay, that'll work. All right, so we already made some sugar pallets. You can see them sitting right here at the dock. That's like 38-ish pallets of sugar made from your sugar beets and sugar cane, which get dumped off in the backside. One of them goes on this side, right in this little box. That there would be sugar cane, it looks like. Yes, indeed. And on the other
Jeff
side,
moved to AFK.
Jeff moved to AFK.
Jeff disconnected.
Jeff disconnected. On the other side, we have the sugar cane drop-off spot right there. But yes, this is the sugar factory. And there's some workers walking around. I mean, sugar beets. Sugar beets, sugar cane over here, sugar beets over there. But that looks like oranges. Something seriously wrong with the sugar factory. The sugar factory now has oranges that it's getting the sugar from. Let's fix that. That was a graphic glitch. I'm making a note. Not on Trello board, but I have to change the oranges back to sugar at the sugar factory. Apparently they were linked to the same graphic that the vodka plant had. And when I changed it, so I have to replace it. That stuff happens every now and then because I try to link graphics together so that they don't get used as much. And occasionally, yeah, I find things like that. So, there's your sugar refinery at long last. We already did the grain mill. And now we get to go back up to the cement factory. I don't know a thing. Grain mills, sugar factory, they're all the same to me. Lack of sleep. All I know is my gas pedal stopped responding. I think I knocked out the... Or maybe it just doesn't work in the grain mill. I think I broke my steering wheel. Uh-oh. The steering wheel works fine, but my gas doesn't. That's annoying. So the cement factory does not have a pallet. I did not put pallets of cement, I don't think.
Dan disconnected.
Got a question for you, if you're there.
Yeah, good.
Did you get the cement mixer underneath that thing now? at the cement factory?
Yes.
You fit okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds good.
Back to work. Work.
So, cement, I don't think we produce pallets of cement. I can check. I don't remember. No, we don't. If you can't click there, it doesn't produce a pallet. But you can drive underneath here over at the cement factory to pick up your cement right underneath the big spout. You drop off your water right back here, and your sand and gravel right around this side over here. So you can just drive right up alongside and dump it, and it actually shows it up in top too if you have one of those high views. Yeah, kind of tough to see it, but it's in there. Sand and gravel. So nothing much other than that. You don't have to build the cement factory this time around. But you do have to purchase it. It's one of the earliest ones you can unlock, and it's see it, but it's in there. Sand and gravel. So nothing much other than that. You don't have to build the cement factory this time around. But you do have to purchase it. It's one of the earliest ones you can unlock, and it's cheap. That brings us to the next one, which is, well, the forage mixer is just a mixing of the hay straw and silage. It's not really a factory, it's over at the animal farm, so we're going to skip by that one, but it's an additional little mixer. Stone processing is a factory. They take the stone boulders and create calcium carbonate by grinding those stone up. Limestone, let's see, calcium carbonate's only use is for the soy milk. Limestone's only use is for the steel mill. Lime is used for spreading because the lime mod is on the the lime mod is included, so you can spread that on your fields and fertilize. And gypsum is used over at the drywall factory to make the drywall. What factories are already built from the beginning? The ones that are built have to be purchased, but they include, I'll go through that again at the end. I'll read off which ones you have to build, which ones you have to buy. And the only one that is neither are, you don't have to buy or build Cogent, and you don't have to buy or build your fuel factory. Those two are left open right from the beginning, and the rest of them, stone processing also has to be bought. That's right, this one will have to be bought. So I think it's just the water, Culligan, the shell fuel, and the Cogent forest products that are open right from the beginning. Problem similar to PV, glue hops, and some you likely build but have to buy. You can, well, the thing with this, you don't have to buy them. You could buy the product, or you could buy the factory and create it yourself, and it will be your choice when you get enough points to purchase them. But yeah, you definitely can purchase the hops factory or buy hops directly from it and bring them to the beer, which is also a way to make money. You never even have to own the factories that you have to buy. You could leave them and they will operate, and you can use them as purchase points. So it's really up to you how you want to work it. This is your stone processing. You drop the stones in the top of that little mixer there, and voila, it creates those 4 products, which can be picked up over down below in your dump truck or your tipper, and it has just one trigger right here for filling all four of them up, so you can pull a train in if you want, much easier. Onward to the meat company. All right, we're getting down near the end here. Quick, don't show them everything. Okay. Well, kinda did. Too late. Everybody rewind and watch. No. The CM Meat Company is your slaughterhouse, which now is actually, we're gonna jump over and grab a different truck because, we gotta show you some things. Onward, we'll get my Volvo and grab a tipper. And where is CMB? I'm going to grab 2 tippers and a trailer just because I have to test a couple things. Now, I'm not used to driving with the keyboard like I am because my steering wheel's out of whack. But we shall see what happens. I'll end up pushing it in the water. And in that case, we just buy another box truck.
Oh, Five Grizzly wants to know about the resale, the real estate office.
The real estate office. Yes, we're going to get down to that in a little bit, how the real estate office works and all of that very soon. We only got, I think, this and the Campbell's factory left, and then I'll go over the whole real estate and all that fun stuff. Let's go to, there's only 2 things. Yeah, we're going to go over here because I have to test the box truck. I have not, with the new Smirnoff logos on it. But yeah, we'll get into that. We're going to get into the tree license purchasing. Just one more review on how all that stuff works very shortly. Don't go in the outdoor. It doesn't work. All right. So I gotta pull up here, hit my R key, and I'm gonna load some cherry vodka just 'cause I like cherries. Alright, so the Smirnoff truck working fine. Nice new graphics on there for Smirnoff. No more Grey Goose vodka graphics, but I just had to test that out. That's another thing about these conversions. It's not just the map. I got to make the truck so they can pull them all. And there's a lot of products that are added into this thing. So Smirnoff's looking good, and the new graphic on the C&M Meat Company. I have not tested that. I think I'll go over the bridge. I'm going to go off the side of the bridge with the keyboard driving. here we go. The pizza, yeah, that just goes under Don's Pizza. So a lot of them already have the same graphics. There you go. You can see the symbol for the cherry vodka. I brought that up. It's in the bottom right corner. Selected the right thing, and the icon's working. Tells you cherry vodka. On the icons, certain things like the pizza is just going to show you pizza, but with the names. So you definitely, but it's all included in this mod. The names are, so you'll be able to tell which pizza you're carrying by the name. I didn't want to put three different looking pizzas up there, as well as, but some of them have different, some don't. The vodkas actually are different, the icons. Here we are at the CM Meat Company. And the first test I wanted to do is make sure that I got the graphics on the box truck. And if I can pull into the right square, we can pick up ground beef, bacon, ham, sausage, steak, pepperoni, pork chops, or chicken fillets. And I'm going to pick something with a lot, like the ground beef. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got a box truck with new logos on it. Not bad. It works. C&M Meat Company. So I don't know exactly what the pallet company was. You had a pallet count, 34 I think, and you got to add 8 more. So that'd bring us to 42 with this factory. So let's see if any of them are not working. Uh, these are in, oh, we'll try to do them in order, but they're not. Ground beef. It is ground beef. You can see the picture a little better when you get close there. Ground beef. My graphic ability means take a cardboard box and stick something on it that resembles pepperoni. There's some pepperoni. And we have our pork chops. We can load up some pork chops. And some sausage. Ready to eat sausage. Yummy, yummy. We've got some bacon. Granted, we should have those uncooked, both the sausage and bacon, but yeah, it's not. I didn't even think of that. And steak. Anybody for a pallet of nice big juicy steaks? And we've got some ham. And our chicken fillets. So there you have it. 8 more pallets. I think we're up to 44 or something crazy-ish with all those newly added products ready to go, and that's pretty cool. I will shortly, once we finish the last of the factories, we will go down and we're going to try to buy a couple of these, open them up so I can, especially the meat one there, so we can bring some animals over, show you what happens and how that all works. And we'll discuss the real estate office when we get there as well. Here we go to Campbell's. Now Campbell's is huge. As well as it should be. It's always been the mega factory on all of our maps. So, if you're wondering what we did, you'll find out if you didn't catch that, me leaving the menus open. As you well know, it had 12 different soup types that all were considered soup. Pick them on up, and it's soup, and you bring it to wherever you want, and it's always soup. And they were all individual, like little factories, each one, but all in one big conglomeration of soup thingamabobbers. But anyhow, it was a challenge to figure out how the heck am I going to do this when I can only have three soup types in a factory, or three product types in a factory. So what I did was I broke it up into four different divisions. Each of them are purchasable separately. So, and they each produce three different types of soup as well. So if we were at 44 pallets, that puts us at 56. Because yes, they literally are going to be 12 different soup types on the map, which we will deliver to our restaurants or whatever the soups are good for, the grocery stores. It's quite the product list. But we're going to head over there and show you what we came up with, how I divided the factories up into four different groups so you know which ones are which, and it should be pretty interesting. Oh, I can't go through that way.
Need to interrupt you for a minute. You didn't interrupt you. Okay. We had a discussion on my server the other night about the term concrete and cement. According to the products you use, you are actually using cement rather than, or let me see, what is it? Name it. Yeah, cement instead of concrete. Because the
We're using
materials you're using, the materials you're making that you're saying are concrete is incorrect.
I don't make concrete usually. I make cement, don't I? I'll look it up. Are we always just
Yeah, you're making concrete.
Oh, we're making concrete, but
Yeah,
it says cement?
you said no. You're making concrete, but you're actually making cement. So you need to change
actually says concrete in here? Because that was probably... It should be cement.
Okay, let's see. How did he put it? I got a note here. Okay. Actually, you're making concrete and not cement.
Well, ours says
because cement.
Oh,
right, but it should be concrete.
All right, so is that... Yeah, well, I'll have to...
Because you've got gravel in there. Gravel makes the so-called cement actually concrete.
All right, well...
Because of the gravel in it, so that is a proper term for the fill types you're putting in it, that's what I'm trying to say.
All righty. Sounds good to me.
But that's up to you.
Yep. We'll see if we get to that.
Okay.
All right, so
All right, back to your stream.
Back to the show. I'm trying to find the right section of the factory here that is the one I'm going to show first. And I'm on the outside of the fence, so it's very hard to do. Do not cross on the train tracks. Let me see. I'm going to get out. I can't remember. But we have four different divisions, basically, all in the same factory. And this is the right one. And the first one is the Campbell condensed division. It creates their condensed soups. And what we have is beef with barley and beef with vegetables and barley, which takes ground beef and your barley and your carrots and onion, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's in the list, so it's probably those four. And then outputs the beef and barley pallets. Right there. They are very hard to see because it's small, but they are actually little cans of beef and barley. It's just a pretty poor graphic. I might have to work on those someday because they're tiny. But beef and barley cans, see? Can tops. Then we go down to our cream of chicken and mushroom is right here, which is milk, chicken fillet, not the chickens, but you're bringing chicken fillets over here, and mushrooms. And there's your pallets, and I think I'm stuck. No, there we go. Cream of chicken and mushroom. And the third one in the condensed division is your old-fashioned tomato rice. We have it listed down here as tomato and rice. Tomato rice soup. We'll buy a couple of those. And that is going to take your tomatoes and your rice and water. I think we included water in there. Yeah. So there you go. Tomato rice soup. The next division is the Campbell's home style division. Now you can notice these are just your old-fashioned Campbell's regular old cans. In the home style division we have, which is basically like another factory, but it's all in the same place. That's the way I did it to divide it up into 4 different sections. We have baked potato with bacon and cheddar. So it takes baked potato, bacon, and cheese to make your baked potato, bacon, and cheddar palettes. And did I try to palette out? There we go. Couple baked potato, bacon, and cheddar soups. Down here we have the home style chicken with white and wild rice. Well, we just supply it with rice, which is our first. Is this our first? No, we had the tomato and rice too. So rice is getting used heavily at the soup factory when you have a reason to plant rice. With the chicken fillets, and I believe we added the carrots in there because they're in the picture. You see the carrots right there in the picture? Yeah, so we added carrots to this one as well. So chicken, and it's just listed as chicken rice to keep the name short. But it's your chicken with white and wild rice soup on the home style factory. And then we have the chicken Alfredo. Creamy chicken Alfredo, which is your chicken fillets, milk, and wheat flour. Yes, the wheat flour is used here as well to make your creamy chicken Alfredo. Test our palettes. They are good. And on to the next part of Campbell's. Again, this is the final end game factory. If you want to purchase it, each section is going to cost you $500,000 for 3 soups. They're going to make good money, but it's the final. It's the big monster. You don't have to purchase it all. You can purchase just one portion at a time. But if you're going to want to use all those animals and make the soups, it takes so many different products here. On to the next, which is the Campbell's Healthy Request. The Campbell's Healthy Request section, for those of you who are watching your
VIPER278 moved to Twitch TV number 2.
Viper is starting his own show and he's gonna outdo me now. No. Here we are with a cream of mushroom. Cream of mushroom takes your mushroom, your milk, and I think we threw something else in there too, but I can't remember what. We will find out when we buy it, and I'm going to zip through the rest of these to get this show on the road. It's a long one today. Vegetable beef is a healthy request, which is your vegetables, your carrot, tomato, and steak. We put steak in the vegetable beef. So there's a couple of those pallets. And these would show each individual factory if I had bought them first, but we've got 2 pallets there. And then the minestrone, which is your other stuff, your wheat flour.
VIPER278 entered channel.
I thought you were starting your own broadcast now.
No, I had someone come in. I was trying not to talk over you, so RS Focus popped in my stream.
No problem. So our minestrone soup with healthy requests section is your, yeah, whatever goes in a minute. That's 3 things as well off that list. So each quarter of this factory is its own little factory. That's what they're all grouped together. You can tell by the labels which one you own. The last one is the chunky division, which is my favorite, by the way. And in the chunky division, we have Wicked Chicken. Wicked Chicken is chicken with rice and vegetables. So, yeah, we've got the chicken fillets from the slaughterhouse, the rice, and a couple of the vegetables off that long list. Either carrot, I think it's the chicken, rice, and carrot. I think that's all I put on there. Or maybe the mushroom, that's in that list too. And our pallets of Wicked Chicken are working. I like it, Wicked Chicken. And we, of course, brought in back the hearty pizza with sausage and pepperoni, but instead of just bringing pigs and beef over here, we're now bringing sausage and pepperoni with tomatoes and cheese to make that one. I do remember that one. So we have a couple pallets of that right there, ready to go. And the last and not least, this one's a little pricey. It's a good price you get for the beer and cheese because you need the beer factory to make the beer and cheese. Or you can buy it from the beer factory, I guess, before you own the beer factory. But it takes beer, cheese, beef, and bacon because it's on the sign. Beer, cheese, beef, and bacon. So ground beef, bacon, pretty easy. And I've had that soup too, and it's actually tastes more like beer than I thought it would. But there you go. Chunky beer and cheese with beef and bacon soup. What map has that in it, huh? I don't think any of them do. So that is the last, I think, on the factory list. Let me double check. Go one more. Campbell's is redone, and we're back to FM Textile. So let's grab a vehicle that's not in the water and go down and discuss real quick, you can see I put the boat docks in the water too while we're down here. We have the boat docks. You will be building them. I pre-built them because I pre-built everything for this demonstration so I could get around just in case. We'll take a ride down the road. Take a look at our horses and our sheep through the town. First stop up, past the courthouse. On the other side of we'll go through the park. Literally drive through the park. Bow down to the king of maps. Alright, so I realize some of the things are not exactly where they're supposed to be, but I can't figure out why, but they're on here. Anyhow, this is where all your purchasing goes. And there's a leveling system. You get points. And I can see now that completed contracts, which we'll try to get a contract to pop up, is 3 points per contract you complete. Owned objects, you're going to start the map with 3. And time played in hours, every 3 hours looks like it gives you a point or something like that. There are coin deals, so if you buy something using the coins that you find, which there are the hidden coins. But you also have illegally felled trees take away your points. Chicken zone, give you a point. There's tons of different points that you can get to open up the properties. Now that we have the points, I'm going to go over to the CM Meat Company right here, and you can see it gives you a nominal value of 115,000, or is that right? Yeah, $115,000. My eyes are still bad. If I click on it, it says agent contacted the owner waiting for answer. So we'll click OK, and pretty much we're waiting to see if they're going to sell the CNM Meat Company to us. And how long you have to